very long.
OK, let's get the thoughts now of Ray McGovern. He's a former CIA officer and joins us live now. I think he's just getting the final earpiece put into his ear there. Hope you can hear us, Ray. Firstly, I mean, we've heard Nikki Haley talk as well since the G20, saying that it's clear in her mind that Russia was guilty of hacking, but still no evidence. Will we ever get to hear or see any evidence?
Well, you know, when former President Obama told Putin to cut it out, Putin said, "Cut what out? Can you give me some evidence?" And according to Putin, as he explained to the president what was going on, the president himself had increased doubts. Now, the president himself, 2 days before he left office, said this at a press conference: "It remains to be seen how the Russian hack got to WikiLeaks." Well, hello. The reason it remains to be seen is because what got to WikiLeaks was not a hack. It was a leak. A leak is when you put a little thumb drive in a computer, you download it, and it doesn't go over the network. Once it goes over the network, NSA has it always, always. That's hard to believe, but it's true. So what happened was someone within the Democratic National Committee saw how Bernie Sanders had been cheated out of the nomination and decided, you know, I really need to tell somebody about this. Put in this is my speculation, put in a thumb drive, gave it to Julian Assange, and he released it immediately. What happened? Well, nobody paid attention to what was in the emails, namely that the Democratic National Committee fixed the nomination so that Bernie Sanders wouldn't win. Nobody paid attention to that. The whole thing was a magnificent distraction. The Russians hacked, the Russians hacked, the Russians, and there is still no evidence. There were about 5 investigations in search of a crime. That is really unique in my experience in Washington.
Yes, still no hard evidence coming forward, but the story just runs and runs, doesn't it, Ray? Will it ever end, do you think?
Well, it has the prospect of lasting for the next 3 years. You know, I think the Democrats are being very foolish because unless they have the CIA create some evidence, they're going to fall flat on their faces. Now, the whole thing has to do with who got the emails from the Democratic National Committee to Julian Assange. Now, I have a very good speculation here. It's based on what the New York Times does not publish. The original CIA documents published by WikiLeaks on March 28th revealed something called Vault 7 Part 3, which allowed the CIA to obfuscate, that is, confuse who hacks into these systems and leave little telltale signs like, oh, maybe Cyrillic or Felix Yamundovic. Now, the CIA used that capability last year, 2016. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to put these dots together. Oh, Cyrillic left in the DNC. Well, maybe, well, I'll just say right out that if I had to judge between whether it was a Russian hack or a CIA penetration or a CIA use of this incredible capability, I would go with CIA using this incredible capability right off the bat. The problem is we have a president now who has to look around at the CIA and the military and what we call the deep state. He could ideally call his CIA director and say, Mike Pompeo, enough of this foolishness. I want to find out chapter and verse. I don't believe that concocted memo of January 6th. You find out what really happened. Now, would Pompeo, the head of the CIA, be able to find out? I don't know. If he found out, would he tell the president? I don't know. They're afraid of the deep state. That's the big problem here.
OK, so, Ray, we might never know, I suppose, is the conclusion. We've run out of time, though, Ray. Good to talk to you again. That was former CIA officer Ray McGovern. Thank you.